Robert Downey Jr., the rise, the fall, and the redemption of a Hollywood icon. Every generation has a hero, not the one who wears armor on screen, but the one who rises from the darkness in real life. Robert Downey Jr. is one of those rare souls. A man who transformed chaos into courage and pain into acting. Born in Manhattan on April 4, 1965, Robert grew up surrounded by art and unrest. His father, filmmaker Robert Downey Sr., was a creative rebel, and his mother, Elsie, was an actress with a fire in her heart. From an early age, Robert was drawn to storytelling. He made his film debut at the age of 5, starring in his father's movie Pound. It wasn't just acting, it was destiny. But behind the glitter of cinema was a troubled childhood. His father introduced him to drugs at a young age, a mistake that would haunt him for decades. By the time Robert was in his 20s, he had shown the world his talent in films like Chaplin, for which he received an Oscar nomination. He wasn't just good, he was extraordinary. A chameleon who could be anyone. Yet fame could be cruel. The fire that fueled his art began to consume him. Throughout the 1990s, Robert was mired in addiction, arrests, and missed opportunities. There came a time when it seemed he was gone forever, another Hollywood story destined to end in tragedy. He went from red carpets to prison, from million-dollar contracts to complete isolation. But Robert Downey Jr. had something that most people don't have, a willingness to change. The once broken character is now trying to rebuild his life. He sought help, rediscovered his faith, and rebuilt his discipline from the ground up. And then, redemption came. In 2008, one role changed everything, a role that mirrored his own transformation story. Tony Stark. Iron Man. When Marvel took a chance on Robert, few believed it would work. But in that shining armor, he found himself again. He imbued Stark with intelligence, vulnerability, and depth, because the pain behind the mask was his own. That single performance didn't just revive his career, it reshaped Hollywood. Over the next decade, Robert Downey Jr. became the heart of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the soul of the greatest stories of a generation. From Iron Man to Avengers, Endgame, his journey wasn't just cinematic, it was human. And when Tony Stark said, "I am Iron Man," the world heard something even deeper. I survived. But there's more to the man than just the superhero, a devoted husband to Susan Downey. A loving father, a philanthropist, and a believer in second chances. He turned his pain into purpose, using his platform to inspire millions of people who have struggled, fallen, and fought to get back up again. His story isn't about perfection. It's about perseverance. About falling 7 times and getting up 8 times. Robert Downey Jr. reminds us that redemption is not a fantasy. It's a choice, one made every day. He taught the world that no matter how dark your past, your light can still change the world. Because sometimes, the greatest heroes aren't born in comic books. They're forged in real life. And Robert Downey Jr. is one of them.